It's Friday night live streaming time, and I'm back on mobile. It's working. I actually went live from Ohio Fish Rescue this past weekend. That's when my live stream started working. But every Friday night, as long as nothing crazy happens. But welcome, and get you guys set up. I was kind of not prepared for OFAR to drop out a little. Well, I don't know if it's a little early or a little late, but yeah. Just got out of the shower, so my hair's all crazy. Let me get the chat rolling. Matt F with a super chat already. Uh, he dropped the 614 dollars on super chat. First super chat of the night. Thank you, Matt, so much. I wasn't expecting that quick. I appreciate it. I actually have a list of things I want to talk about on my computer. So, got quite a bit of stuff. Got about an hour to go through this. A lot of exciting stuff. The channel has been getting a lot of love this week, guys. The videos are doing really well, which has been super motivating. And I'm going to start with not was it today's video, yesterday's video. 2 videos ago, the 200-gallon. So you probably saw that video. I bought my biggest tank yet, a 200-gallon cube from Ohio Fish Rescue. It's a 3-foot by 3-foot by 3-foot. I picked it up last weekend. Haley from Oddball Aquatics and myself went up there. Went on Friday, and we stayed the night. It was fun. We hung out in their live stream. I definitely totally left Haley with Big Rich in the live stream while Josh and I went out, and it was just a lot of fun. We hung out, and then Saturday morning we drained the cube and loaded it up. It was it was actually a lot worse loading that tank than I thought, because we couldn't take the tank through the fish room. It didn't fit through their sliding door, so we had to take it to the back deck. Normally, that's not a big deal. We could just walk the tank around the pool deck to their outside back deck. But Matt's Monsters Fish 1,000 gallon or the 750, whatever it technically is, was in the way. Not a big deal. Again, we just had to lift up the tank around the corner of it. But at the end of that was the Dwight Howard tank. And this is the first time I've seen this Dwight Howard tank in person. And looking at pictures, you know it's tall, because it's got that big, huge top canopy. It's got the cabinet underneath. You know it's very tall. But it's a big tank. The tank is massive. It's super thick acrylic. Josh was saying it's really overbuilt on the thickness. But hey, you know, can't go wrong with too thick, right? So the problem was we had to lift it over the Dwight Howard tank. So we lift it up, and then we realized we can't get it out the back door because the Dwight Howard tank is too close to the door to get the cube to fit out the sliding door. So then we had to move the Dwight Howard tank, and that was basically just me and Josh had to move that tank. Luckily, one side of the tank was already on a roller, so then we just had to manipulate the other side to kind of push the Dwight Howard tank out of our way, but we got it done. Got the tank outside, and then the second part of the craziness was it snowed up there that week, and then it was snowing as we were doing this, and then decided to melt a little bit. And their backyard's a hill, it's clay, and it was super slick. And all I could think about was not necessarily dropping the tank, but dropping the tank on myself. And I was really, I told Josh, like, he was like, you know, be careful, let's not drop the tank. I was like, look, at this point, I'm not really worried about the tank. I'm worried about a tank falling on me. Like, I don't want to, like, break a foot. If I break a foot, I can't work, something like that. But hey, we got it. Everything went smooth-ish. You know what? That might be a lie. So smooth-ish. I see some super chats. I'll get to them in a second. Thank you, whoever's doing that. I appreciate it. Smooth-ish. And what I mean by that is we took the tank and stand, and we basically got it to the gravel driveway on the side of their house. And we're like, you know what? Instead of trying to carry this thing up the snow, up the long driveway to the van. Let's bring the van down to the tank. Well, I already told him, I was like, dude, this thing might get stuck. It's rear-wheel drive, has no weight in it, and it doesn't have a posi track differential. It means one wheel starts spinning, that's all it got. My truck has what's called a locking differential or a posi track, where if one wheel spins, it actually locks the axle and the rear together, and then both wheels start spinning. That's even separate than four-wheel drive. Anyways, let's not get technical on that. Anyway, I just knew the van was going to get stuck, and lo and behold, I got it stuck in their driveway. So the issue was going up the gravel, it was fine, and then transitioning from gravel to their concrete, there was a bit of snow that wasn't plowed. They have a snowblower, but they weren't planning on driving vehicles back there, so they only took the snowblower and made like one pass from the driveway to their fish room so they can walk up and down. Well, I got the van stuck in there, and I was trying to rock it, and it was just spinning the tires. So Big Rich actually hopped in the driver's seat, and then me and Josh pushed the van, and we had to do the rocking motion, but we got the van unstuck and made it home. And tank doesn't fit in the house through the door as is. I'd had to take the trim off the side of the door frame, but I kind of put everything on hold, and I dropped some comments about what I plan on doing with the tank now. So I didn't realize that the tank, and here's a prop that I'm going to use in a little bit. This is for members. But anyways, say this is the cube, right? The front is the viewing panel. All the sides are blue acrylic. You can't see through the sides of the tank. So you can only view it dead straight on. So I'm like, well, do I really want this big, massive cube in my family room? It's, 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot. It's a big tank. Originally, I was thinking it was clear sides. I was going to kind of put it in the corner of the room and view it from two different angles. Well, that's not really a possibility. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, man, this is just not, it's just not the tank I want in my house now. And so the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I decided, you know what, let's go take a walk. Let's go look at this tank. I haven't done anything with it, so there's no big surprise coming. I promise I will get to those super chats. Thank you so much. We're going to take a walk. So that's why I'm on mobile. So I'm specifically on mobile for this right here. So originally the plan, there's the front door. I was going to put the tank right here, so you're going to view it from this direction. It would work. It fits. You know, there's plenty of room right there. But I don't know. Something about only viewing it from the front just kind of bugged me. And I'm like, my gut said I'm not going to like it, and I'm going to follow my gut instinct on this, and I'm not going to bring the tank in the house. So I'm going to show you guys the rack system. I got the rack system. I got this, I think it's a 25. I always called it a 29-gallon. It might be a 29-gallon, but I believe someone told me it was a 25 gallon. It's a fluval tank. That's a muck guppy tank. It's just got muck guppies. It's got pea puffer fish in it and some Amano shrimp. It's all natural. There's no filter on that tank. And it was really my first fish tank after the 75. The 75 was technically my first fish tank, and then I got this one. Well, right where this tank is, that's my garage. If you could think of where I'm going with this, I want to put the tank against this wall in the garage, and then I want to cut a window out. So I want to put the tank in the wall. I look at this as there's a lot of pros, and I only see really one con. Well, maybe a couple cons. So let's talk about the pros and cons of this idea. Pros, it's going to be super sweet to have basically a picture window of a 200-gallon tank. It's 3 foot by 3 foot. It's going to look super sweet. This tank, I'm not in love with it. It was a cool tank when I first bought it. It's got like a built-in drain system where it's got like a tap, like a bar tap. You can drain water off it. I'm going to sell this tank. It's not useful for what I want to do. So this tank, these guppies are going to go out into the fish room. I have an empty 29-gallon tank. So these guppies and the pea puffer and the shrimp and whatever else is in that tank is going out to the fish room. I'm going to clean this tank, get it looking nice and new, and then I'll be selling this. So if anybody's in the market for a tank like this, hit me up. and it's the kind where it's got the built-in like filter compartment. I don't run a filter in it, so it's non-filter. But I have my heater. It is heated. The heater's in that box, so it's like hidden. It's got like a nice lid. It's got a light on it that will grow low light plants. Usually I say lights are good for low to medium, medium to high. I would call it low light. The reason why I say low light is I have jungle val in there. I'm putting you guys back in the tripod holder. I have jungle val in that tank. It's carpeting at this tall. Usually the jungle val and all my other tanks gets really long. It stretches out. Now it's carpeting, and you're like, man, that's high light if it's carpeting. I think it's so low of light that it can't grow. It's not getting enough light to really grow for that more light, Anyways, it's a built-in light, not a big deal. It looks good for a fish tank, but if you're trying to do like some sort of like hardcore planet tank, it's not the light for you. You'd have to replace it with something more powerful. Anyways, sidetracked. I'm gonna get rid of that tank. Take it out. Cut a hole in the wall, 3 foot by 3 foot window. Bam! You're looking at a 200 gallon cube tank planted, and so I think that would look really cool. And my whole thing is I'm trying to get all these small tanks out of the house. I want like display tanks, tanks I don't really have to mess with. I'm not going in there to catch fish out, to sell them, or plants. There are some sword plants in here that are for sale. The little ones you see, I put them in here to convert them from the farms. But all right, so let's get back on topic. Pros. Physically, the tank's in the garage. If I ever have a seam bust, now there's a possibility water could come towards the house, but majority of the water will stay in the garage. I would rather have a 200 gallon bust out in the garage than in my house. It is set up for a sump, and it will have to run a sump, and that's awesome. So it's going to be 200 plus whatever size sump I put under. So it's probably going to be a 20 to 40 gallon sump. So either a 20 tall, could be a 20 long. Actually, I might be a 20 long because I'm going to have a couple 20 long spares coming up here very soon. And yeah. Con. Can I think of the con? Cutting a hole in the wall. So it's going to be some work. I want to tear the wall down in the garage side because the studs, I'm going to have to go in there, and I forget the technical term. I won't call it a king stud, but it's basically where you got to so if you're cutting out your studs horizontally, you need to put like a header board across to help support everything. So that's going to be some work. And somebody at work mentioned about, well, if you put a tank there, insulation, like what are you going to do about insulation? Well, I'm still going to insulate the wall around the tank. The tank itself is going to have to be heated. It's in the garage, so the garage is not heated, so the tank's going to have to be heated, which the heaters will be in the sump. You won't see it. So that technically means if I heat that tank to 76 degrees, that wall is going to be 76 degrees. So insulation is not an issue with that tank. Another con would be I'm going to have to make a custom stand. So Josh made this stand that came with it out of wood, and it's a good stand, it's solid, but I can't use that stand on this project because there's a cinder block foundation around the garage. It's like a foot drop, plus the thickness of the wall. So I'm basically going to have to make a custom stand to get this thing in the wall, so that way it's flush. Like once I cut out the drywall, I want the tank flush, and then I'll trim out the cut with, quarter round or like window molding, whatever you call that molding that goes around like ceilings and floors, crown molding, something like that, right? Custom stand's going to be made. Pro, I have a bunch of steel in my garage. So I was going to build some steel stands this summer, and I never did it. I was doing like a new fry rack system I wanted to try, and I never got around to it. So I have a bunch of steel in the garage. I have the welder in the garage. I have everything to make a steel stand. So that's a pro. Um, the con is it's not like I can throw this tank up and it's going to be filled with fish here in like a week. I'm going to have to. The first thing really is I have to cut the wall out, not through the drywall. So garage side, I got to cut the wall out, see what I'm working with, make sure there's no surprises. Once I have that, then I got to build the stand to contour against the ledge, the center block ledge, and have it in the wall. Not a big deal. I can make it. Once I have that leveled, then I'm going to cut the drywall from the garage side, so that way I know exactly where the cut is, and then, cut it out. Not that bad, not that bad. It's just time consuming. Once I do that, it has a built-in built-in overflow. So in the very center of the tank on the back tank wall, I was about to say back glass, but back acrylic, there's a section of overflow. It goes from the top all the way down. That's where the plumbing runs through. I want to hide that with some hardscape. And I'm like, how do I hide 3 feet worth of wall? Obviously, I don't want to stack up rocks 3 feet tall. So what I want to do is a log style scape. And it's going to be faux. It's going to be fake. Where it looks like a tree trunk. So it's like a trunk, and then it's going to have branches that come out forward towards the viewing panel. And I'm just going to make that how I made my other faux rocks, is just styrofoam and concrete. I've done it a few times now, and I know how to do it. So that's what I'm going to do, is a faux tree trunk. And then Haley from Oddball, most likely, things could change. She wants to escape it, so I got a ton of plants. We're going to put a bunch of plants in it. I have a extremely high-powered light for this tank. It's specifically designed for deep water tanks for growing plants. So that light's going to be hung, which is sweet because it'll be in the garage. You won't even see this light. And then go from there. Something I want to do is run a coral system monitor on it, or monitoring system. Basically, saltwater people run like extensive probes to monitor all different types of parameters on their tanks. So there's one called the Trident Apex, or Apex Trident. There's actually another one that is the Hydros version, and I actually like that one better. But what that allows me to do is run an app. So I can see tank parameters from an app, and it'll allow me to see the sump water level. So if the water level, for whatever reason, drops in the sump, I can see that level. I can read the temperature. It has a flow meter, so I can read to make sure my pumps are working. Because if this tank's in the garage, I'm not in the garage. I'm going to be enjoying it from inside my house, which is what's the best part. Well, this all runs on an app. Well, if you get on like Amazon or specifically eBay, you can get Android tablets. So just a cheap tablet that runs Android system for like $40. Now I don't need a big one, but just I need an Android tablet, and I can download the app. I'm going to mount that sucker on the wall, and I'll make it look nice, not just like crazy, but have a tablet on the wall that shows all the parameters of the tank. I think it's kind of cool. I think it makes it look, I don't know the word, very techy. Like yeah, there's you can see my pumps running and all this stuff from one tablet. And yeah, so that's the route I want to go with that tank. That's where I'm at. I'm going to move down this list. Actually, before I move down this list, I want to jump into the chat. Get off the top chat, get into the live chat, and address what's going on in the chat tonight, guys. Like I said, Matt F with that 614 super chat, first super chat of the night. Thank you so much. Adele's here, Patty, Von Yinzer, I Hate Stupid People, Metalhead Prime, Sandy, HC Aqua. What's going on, everybody? Matt F with a $30 super chat. Got my 3 plecos and my order. This super chat is because you didn't charge me shipping on my order. Well, Matt, to be honest, thank you for the super chat. I never said anything to you, and I was supposed to charge you shipping. So what happened was, and I actually talked about this to Mike, who's maybe in this live stream. I'm not far enough in the chat. So what happens is whenever I add new livestock to the website, so the Pluckos were the newest fish, I put them on the website and immediately emailed the subscribers. I have to go in there and tell the system that it's a fish because it charges accordingly. So if you got a fish, it's supposed to charge $34.99 or something like that. Or if you buy plants, it goes to the regular shipping, $9.99 unless you spend $50. With shipping, if you order fish, it charges you more because there's a lot more involved as far as packaging, heat packs. I try to always buy 2 days or faster, and that's going to be another topic here in a minute. But I put the email out, and I forgot to change the settings in the website software to say it was a fish. And so you got the order, and it was over $50, so it actually gave you free shipping when, in all honesty, it should have charged you. And Mike said, I remember Mike was asking, we were talking about the rainbow fish. I was like, yeah, like I just listed these Pluckos and I sold some. Problem is, it didn't charge him shipping, so I just lost a bunch of money on these fish. Not your fault. Not your fault. And the reason why I didn't email you about it is because it's my fault. It was my fault that I didn't correct that in the system before you ordered. And I'm not going to be the person that's going to email you after you place an order and say, hey, actually, you still owe me money because it didn't charge you shipping. That's my fault. I'm going to eat that. So that's really awesome that you sent me that super chat because I totally did eat that shipping cost. So I really appreciate that. But that wasn't your fault. So, like, I'm glad this is, like, unsolicited. But, yeah, I just didn't. I wasn't going to ask you for shipping after it didn't charge you. But I appreciate that. Dell says, I can't hang today. Got things to do. Sorry, guys. And Steven, stay fishy. See you, Dell. Thanks for swinging by. I'm going to try to scroll quickly. As you guys know, I always get way behind in chat. And right now, my chat is at 8:25 p.m. and it's 8:45. So, yeah. Metalhead Prime with a $10 super chat. Can't wait to see what you do with that cube tank. Mr. Metalhead, I do appreciate that $10 super chat. And I'm about to get into it on that tank again, but not that tank, another tank here in a second. But thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. Von Yinzer is here. Hello, everybody. I'm trying to catch up. Scrolling. Von Yinzer said, dang, because I don't know if I get dinged by the YouTube algorithm if I cuss on here, but he says, dang, at SC, going full on hole in the wall gang. Yeah, so I'm putting a hole in the wall. So that was the other con I was thinking of. The only other con is, once I want to get rid of that tank, or once I sell the house, I got to patch a 3-foot by 3-foot hole. So I'm going to make sure I keep the piece I cut out, if I can. I know, depending on the stud location and the nails, it might just become shredded. But if I can keep the piece, then I'll keep the piece. But, actually, probably a bigger hole like that would be better to patch in the long run, because you can spread the mud out, like when you go to plaster the repair, over a 3-foot by 3-foot section versus like a little hole in the wall. So maybe I shouldn't stress too much. Chevy Fish Con, resale value of the house. Yeah, so if I went to sell the house, the fish tank would have to come out of the wall, and the wall would have to be repaired before I sold it. Now, the house would have to get painted anyways before I sold the house. So it would be, I'd have to do the drywall repair. Luckily, it's not like a permanent change. Like, this can be reversed. I'm drinking water tonight, guys, and I wasn't partaking in the drinking game. John says probably done will not bother the resale value of the house as you need to paint before trying to sell a house. It should be easy to repair for selling home. Yeah. Sherry Fish said 4x8 wall panels from Menards. Home People are good to use behind a tank as a background, easy to cut. So this tank has blue acrylic panels. It's not painted; they're actually blue. So there's no backgrounds. It's got a blue permanent background. And the other thing being the garage, what I want to do is get the 2-inch thick styrofoam insulation and like double side tape it to the tank, because 2 inches of insulation all the way around the tank will help keep the heat in and help with keeping the heating bill on that tank lower. And the sump will all be hidden in the stand. I'll insulate the stand. I'll probably do some sort of maybe like a vent system to help bleed out humidity and or seal everything to where I don't have to worry about like mold growing inside the stand from the sump being warm, but yeah. Fish Dreams, hello. Sherry Fish dropped the website, 614fish.com. Matt F said, at SEO Quacks, I know why it happened, my man. That's why I did the 2 super chats. Not only did you not charge me or ask after the fact, you shipped it 2-day UPS and you shipped them very well. Well, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Oh, Haley's here. Hey, Haley. The drinking word tonight, if anybody's drinking, is squirrel. And that's for Haley. And I maybe I shouldn't make fun of her. She had a tough day last weekend. If you guys follow her, she might have put her car into a ditch because she was trying to avoid a squirrel. But yeah. Jim said, throw the piece away. I'm sure you own a tape measure. I do have a tape measure. John with a $5 super chat. Help you on that loss on shipping. Maybe someone get the hint. John, well, thank you. And he paid for the shipping. So that's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Okay, I think I'm caught up. All right, so I want to get back on my list of things I want to talk about tonight. And we're talking about shipping fish. And Matt, I'm so glad that they got to you okay. I have one order that I'm waiting to hear back on, if everybody made it okay. But hopefully everything's okay. Here's the problem with shipping fish right now. If you're subscribed to my email list, I sent an email out yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I'm no longer shipping fish. It's not permanent. It's for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is nationwide, USPS, UPS, FedEx, everybody's having shipping delays. It's to be expected. It happens every year at this time. Last year, I stopped shipping fish middle of December. I didn't resume until after January. I typically wait until you feel like all the Christmas presents have been shipped back because somebody got the wrong thing or they didn't want it or something's broken and everybody's shipping stuff. Well, there's like that 3 to 4 week period mid-December that I stopped shipping last year. This year, it's 1,000 times worse. With the pandemic, everybody buys everything online, and as a aquarium not hobby, but the aquarium businesses, like industry. The aquarium industry, everybody saw peaks. When this hit, everybody was buying more and more online, and which is great for small businesses, hobbyists, companies, everybody. Sucks for local stores if people aren't going into them, but more and more people are buying online, and with that and the holiday right now, shipping, there's no guarantees. I could go into the post office tomorrow and say, I need this fish, guaranteed, I'll pay the overnight fee tomorrow to Abba Aquatics. Well, if you read the fine print during holiday season, there's no guarantees. And I've had people say, well, they don't guarantee priority anymore, but they still guarantee overnight. There is no guarantee. Everything's out the window right now. Just there's so many packages being shipped online that they just can't keep up. And I know with Amazon Prime on Facebook, I saw friends, not fish related, just people on my friends list posting about they ordered stuff December 1st on Prime Now, which is like today, and it's now the 11th, and they still don't have their package. I ran into this week with my dog food. So I buy like a big 40-pound bag of dog food on Amazon, and it was supposed to be here Wednesday. It didn't come till yesterday. Not a big deal. One day, except for I ran out of dog food on Monday. So I went to the store and I bought the smallest bag of dog food from the store. I'm like, it's only gotta last me a couple days. Like, it's Monday, it's gotta last me till Wednesday. Well, dummy me, because it said it was out for delivery. So dummy me, Charlotte and Havana for breakfast on Wednesday, got a big breakfast because I'm like, well, I need to use up the rest of this little like bag of dog food. Or it wasn't breakfast, it was dinner. So I dumped them all, whatever was left, and it's not like it was a crazy amount, but the package never showed up. Thursday morning, I get an email saying, we're sorry, your package is delayed. It should arrive today. If it doesn't arrive by tomorrow, then please contact us and we'll either reship or refund. Well, I ended up getting the bag like first thing in the morning. Crisis averted. With that being said, packages are just being delayed. So I'm holding off on shipping fish because even if I pay for overnight, there's no guarantee that it gets there overnight. And for instance, I looked at my last order and I forget the gentleman's name. I could look it up. I want to say it was David. David kind of rings a bell. Anyways, he ordered a bunch of rainbow fish. Well, I was a little nervous shipping the rainbow fish knowing that there's going to be delays. So I looked at shipping it overnight and it was like $111, I think, for that one box to ship overnight. I'm like, well, he paid $35 and his whole order, I don't remember how much the whole order was, but I'm like, $111 to ship these overnight. Not doing it, so I shipped it 2-day UPS, and it was supposed to be delivered today. So after this live stream, I'll check it, make sure it was delivered. If it was delivered today and I haven't heard anything by now, then I know the fish arrived okay. So yeah, so shipping is an issue. The other issue is I ran out of heat packs, and normally when I get down to like a few heat packs, I order another box of them. The issue is because of the pandemic, for some reason, there's a national backlog on heat packs. So I have a normal source that I've used forever for heat packs. I go to that source, they don't have any, and it says, will not have until January. I'm like, okay, well, so I do a Google search, and I find the same heat packs, go to that website, out of stock on everyone. And I use 72-hour heat packs. And so before you say you could use a 40-hour or a 30-hour, there's also temperature differences in those heat packs. And I have a little sheet that I reference heat packs. Their peak temperatures and how long they stay hot are all listed on this little printout. I laminated it because I use this a lot. And so, for instance, we'll do a little education here. A 20-hour heat pack peaks up like 160 degrees for the first 8 hours. And then it drops off hard after that. The 72-hour heat pack that I use has a really flat temperature curve. It gets up, so the 20-hour was like 160. The 72s get up to like 110. Now, you're thinking like 110 degrees, you're cooking those fish. No, box is super cold. The heat pack in a laboratory hit 110. It's not that hot. It's going to be like lukewarm. But the reason I use it is because it's got this flat, I know there's a glare, flat curve from hour 1 until this goes to almost 75 hours. It's not like a spike and then drop off. 20 hours are great for people that are shipping overnight only. or they're shipping overnight to somewhere really cold and they need to burst that heat up. It's kind of like, it's not technical, but like there's different heat packs for different situations. So I go to the other. So I went to two places that don't have it. Go to a third place. I always have these bookmarked. Third place, and it says on their website not until January. So I'm like, all right, two websites specifically list January. That's a manufacturer thing that manufacturer must told them January, so they wrote it on their website. So I don't have heat packs right now. So that means no fish either way. That also means I won't be able to ship plants if they're going somewhere where it's below freezing for sure. Plants don't really need heat packs unless it's going to get like frozen. When I order plants from the farm, so all the plants I buy come from a farm. They're farm raised. Not a big surprise. They actually get shipped with ice packs because they don't want them to get hot in the box. Well, that's, in the fall, spring, summer. Right now, I'm not sure what they do because I don't order plants in the winter because I'm usually growing them out by now. But as long as they don't get frozen. So I don't really worry about it when it's 40 degrees or above. Well, I'm out of heat packs. I did find some more heat packs tonight, but they're like 3 times as expensive. And just so you know, I think the price I pay for a heat pack is $2. I use the uni heat. 72-hour uni heats, I think I pay around $2 for them. So that $35 shipping, if there's a heat pack or 2 heat packs, that's $2 a piece on those. But yeah, this company, actually no, I had it pulled up. Let me pull it back up. I just had it. Because somebody's price gouging. They know that they're in high demand right now. $8.13 a piece, free shipping. $8. I'm paying $2 now. They want $8. No, thank you. So I just looked at chat, and Haley says, Oddball Aquatics, by the way, Steven's best item for sale is his 614 fertilizer, and it doesn't need a heat pack. Highly recommended, good stuff. It's what I use. Except for I'm sold out of it. It's so good, I'm sold out of it. And to be honest, I need to bring it back because a lot of you guys, Von Yenser uses it and gave me good praise on that. Haley uses it, always gives me good praise on that. Mike uses it. I don't know who else. Who else uses it? I've sold it out, so a lot of people use it. I Hate Stupid People uses it. Thank you. And said I love it. I'm sold out of it. I need to bring it back. And to be honest, I'm probably going to wait till after Christmas because it's going to have to be a big order because shipping sucks. It's so expensive. And to be honest, I'm trying to save my money from next week's paycheck to buy Christmas presents for like my nephews and my brother-in-law and sister, mom, dad, aunt, all that stuff. So my spare cash from next week's paycheck from working as a mechanic is going to Christmas presents. And I'm that guy that buys Christmas presents the week of Christmas. So I'm that guy. Don't be that guy because it sucks. Von Yenser just said, it is still doing awesome, great stuff. Thank you. Matt F. said, I had another order from New Jersey come this week, and it got here in 2 days via USPS, and it had 7 dead guppies and 4 dead pluckos. I was very sad. Yeah, so with orders, like, I've had DOAs, I've shipped fish. One stayed over, and I thought no issues. Like, these things have been rock stable, rock hard in my tanks for 4 months, 2 months, however long, and they die. And one was, and I'll never forget, it was black neon tetras. Somebody bought a ton of them, and I shipped them, and they all boiled in the tank, or in the shipping process. It was only like 70s out, so I'm like, cool, I don't need a heat pack, I don't need a cold pack, it's only 70. Well, they must have got stuck in the delivery van for extended time because the bag boiled. And it's not fish that I raised, so it wasn't like an emotional attachment, like, man, like, I put a lot of work into that. but I felt genuinely bad. I immediately refunded the whole order, shipping, everything, refunded it because I honestly didn't have any more to resend. But I felt terrible. And then I went through and had like 30 orders, not a single DOA. And then I had an order a couple weeks ago, three weeks ago. I don't remember how long ago. Texas, somebody bought some Serpay Tetras and some other stuff, and the Serpay Tetras died. Not all of them, but like majority of them died. So I refunded those. I sent extras, so they ordered so many, and I sent basically all the ones I had just to get rid of them. And I'm sorry, I was reading a text message. I just got distracted. I sent extras, and like the extra ones basically survived, and what they ordered didn't. So I refunded that part. But that sucks because I can't remember if that was their first order from me, but like that's not what I want to happen. I don't want fish to show up dead, because even if you get your money back, you still wanted fish, so you're disappointed. So I don't want that. So that always sucks. And I hear, people buy fish from whoever, and dang it, Haley, go away. Now Haley sent me a text that said distraction, because I get distracted easy. So yeah, like it sucks. Please don't jump on me, chat. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, scrolling. Matt F said, at SC Aquatics, I'm not going to call this person out yet because they haven't responded, and I'm not sure it's their fault, but the heat pack was cold. The water was 60-ish degrees. So I had an instance. Luckily, nothing happened. Guy in northern Ohio bought rainbow fish off me, and I put heat packs in it, and they got stuck during shipping. They slid underneath the fish bags. Well, heat packs have to have oxygen to work, and they actually basically got suffocated. So the bags were cold. Everybody arrived fine. He said they did fine. The rainbow fish were fine. But the heat packs actually got suffocated by the plastic bags. And then, that made me rethink how I was doing the heat packs. And that was 100% my fault. Normally, I tape them to the lid, and I totally just I'm like, oh, it's going like a 2-hour drive. I toss them in, not stopping to think like that they could slide under the bags. I had them on top, but like through vibrations, they slid down under the bags. Luckily, nothing happened, and I tried to learn from my mistakes. So make sure, even if it's only going 2 hours, tape them. And then as I was taping like an order or two later, so I put the fish bags, in the box. And I really like shipping big boxes. It sucks because they're super expensive when they're this big, because shipping is based off of either they get you on the weight or they get you on the size. And the bigger the box, the more it costs to ship. But I like having the bigger box because then you can do bigger bags, more oxygen, more water, stuff like that. So I got these bags in this box, and I try to fill up the empty space in the box. When I fill up this box, I have it all nice. All the bags are like pretty secure. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I lagging? It's lagging on my computer. Hopefully I'm still streaming. But I noticed that when I shut the lid, because I had these bags in there, the heat pack was coming down on top of one of the bags. And it was something I didn't think about before, is I need to leave a gap in the middle of the box so the plastic doesn't squish the heat pack. And I don't know, at that moment I kind of thought like, man, they really need to make these like electric heaters where it's like you throw a couple AA batteries in it and it's got like a little heating grid and it just works, like maybe a little fan, even if it costs $4 or $5, totally be worth it. I Hate Stupid People said it was lagging. Good, no, yeah, it lagged on my screen and then it straightened out. I don't know, no idea what that's about, but yeah, going back to Matt about calling them out. So I've only had one bad where I bought something online that was fish related. One bad experience, and was from a well-known company that is endorsed, and the whole thing was, um, I ordered. I can tell you exactly what it was. They had 10 packs of zebra nearite snails. I ran out, and I had somebody that needed them, so I just bit the bullet and bought retail price, not through my wholesaler. I bought them through this other company, give them some money. I make my customer happy, whatever. Well, they came in 10 packs. Well, I bought two 10 packs. I get the box, it's got one 10 pack in it. And I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, I know what happened. I ship fish. They just didn't see the quantity two. They just saw it said 10 zebra neorites. They put 10 in there. I only needed like 3 for my customer. The others went to my tanks and went on the website. But, so I'm a professional, or I'm semi-professional. So I emailed the company. I go on the website, hit the contact me, or not even contact me. I responded to, there was a link in the, like, your order has shipped, if there's issues. So I respond, hey, got my package today. Only got 10 out of the 20 I ordered. So quantity 1 10 pack. I understand it's expensive to reship fish because I've done that before, and you really get hosed when you reship fish. Um, I understand that's expensive. I'm not asking you to reship them at your cost. Just refund me for that 10 pack that I'm missing. I waited like a week, never heard back. So then I get on their website and they have a contact me page, and it was a different email or something. So I emailed them that. Here's my order number. I emailed this, never got a response, so now I'm emailing this address. This is what happened. Can you guys just refund me? Like, I'm not asking you to ship me more, just refund me that one 10 pack. The other 10 pack's fine. Like, cool. Never heard back, and that was this spring or this summer, however long ago. I've never named the company. Like, I'm not here to slander them, but they'll just never get my business in the future. So, but it's a pretty named company out there now. Scrolling. Tiffany White, I hope all is going well. And Tiffany is a realtor, and I don't know about Tiffany, are you in Tennessee? I wanted to say Kentucky, but I think it's Tennessee. Hopefully your market is booming because it's booming up here. All right. Oh man, so I'm a butcher when it comes to names. I always say that, but I have a $2 super chat from. Is it? Someone's going to have to help me with this. Is it Zandu Do? Sorry, I know I'm probably not even close. And it just says love. I appreciate that, and I'm terrible. Wait, I'm jumping. Yeah, somebody's got to help me with that. My brain's not working right now. I didn't have coffee tonight. Matt said your box was huge. That's right, it was such a huge box for 3 plecos and 3 plants, but it arrived safely. The heat pack did drop. Also, your heat sealing in bags is a nice touch. So yeah, so typically what he's talking about is I take a bag. This might be a bad example. So fish is in a bag. I do the normal twist it, rubber band it. I take a second bag, put it over it, and then I heat seal that bag. I don't do that every time. That's just something I started doing here and there more and more. And honestly, Matt, it's feedback. I tried different things, and I wait to hear, did it suck or did it work out? Did it suck or did it work out? So sometimes I'll double bag, and it's just double rubber band. So the first bag gets rubber banded, second bag goes over it, it gets rubber banded. Lately, I've been switching to rubber band, and then the outside protective bag gets heat sealed. Also, depending on the fish, like nano fish, so the bag those don't get heat sealed, and I'll tell you why. I wish I had a bag because it'd be way easier. bag rubber banded. As you rubber band the top of the bag, right? This pinches in, so it makes this like a cone. My nano fish can't get stuck, but they can get stuck in these corners. So then I take this second bag, I flip this one upside down, put this into the second bag, and then I do the same thing. I rubber band and tie the second layer. What that does is it pinches that, so now both the top and bottom of the bag, the corners are rounded. If that's something that you don't do, what you can take is you can take a bag and you fold the corner under, and then you can tape it, and that rounds that corner off to keep fish from getting stuck in it. But I found that instead of like wasting tape and taping corners, you bag the fish normally, flip the bag upside down, drop it into another bag, rubber band it, and as you tighten, you spin the bag, and as it gets tighter, it pulls the corners in on itself too. So you basically round off both ends of the bag, so you don't have to worry about nano fish getting stuck. So yeah. Chevy Fish says truth isn't slander. I know that's true, but the thing with internet is, and all right, this is a good segue. So the thing with internet is, so this thing I mentioned earlier, this is for members, and this, all right, guys, this might be a little bit of an ad. So members, there was like 3 tiers of members. It was like, I forget how it was set up on YouTube, like $5, $10, $20 a month. I don't want people paying $20 a month. So I had YouTube delete that and delete the other one. It's just $4.99. The only thing I give members that I will tell you is they get to see all the videos first. So like if there's a video comes out on Wednesday, they could be seeing it right now. And then member only live streams. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I got people that support me by giving me $5 a month. I want to give back. Now I understand, like, it's people, like, instead of doing super chats, maybe they do memberships. So I have a box of a lot of ONIP tabs. Okay, so here's like 6. I want to show you guys. Like, I'm not kidding. There's a ton of boxes of ONIP tabs. See if I can zoom in on that, right? ONIP tabs. I love ONIP tabs. I feed them actually to my axolotls. But they're great for any tank. Shrimp love them, snails, fish. They're really good for like guppy tanks or like community small fish because it does bring them to the tank. But we're talking about slander, and what I want to talk about is people's opinion that are influencers. I saw a smaller channel talk about ONIP tabs, and this is the new version, all right? And this is what I'm talking about. This is the all-natural whatever. So, somebody just said OG ONIPs. No, these are the new ones. Okay. Spirulina, this is a 100-pack. These are the OGs. These are on the website. So if you're looking for OG ONIP spirulina ones, I have maybe 10 of these left, and that's it. Like, they don't make these anymore. So if you want some, there's 10 left. They're on the website. This is the 100-pack. This is the 24-pack, but this is the new version. And the way you can tell a new version is, the old box used to be like shiny, and I think it was maybe all yellow. Well, now it's like got this grayish color. It's like wrong language. In the corner it says nature. Nature is basically natural ingredients. So this is the new version. But everybody that I've been watching online, I was like, oh, I want the originals. The originals are better. And I thought about it. Even I said that. Yeah, I had to mark it like these are the original or these are not the original. I have never used the new version. So why am I telling people the old ones are better? It's because I hear everybody else saying the old ones are better. I haven't used them for myself. I need to try these, right? Why haven't I tried them? I bought a whole case of them. Whole case. I just showed you guys. I have a whole case. I watched the co-op video. And he said the reason why he doesn't like them is because they fall apart like a lot quicker now. It's not necessarily the ingredients are all natural. It's good ingredients. It's just the whole purpose is they sit there and they kind of dissolve. Well, now they dissolve a lot quicker. I have people on eBay that message me all the time about, because I sold the old ones and I had to rewrite the description. These are the original. They email me. I only want the originals. Are these the originals? Can you make sure? Blah blah blah. And I thought, man, with everybody, you hear it from one person, credible source. I believe Corey. It probably sucks compared to the old ones. I still have, luckily, the big jar of the old ones out in the fish room. So I'm like, I didn't want them because they must suck. And I thought about, you know what? I need to use them. It's a good fish food. If it falls apart a little bit quicker, what's the big deal? It's a good fish food. So, here's what I want to do. Everyone that's a member, if you want to use this, email me, and then everybody's emails are different than like usernames. So email me and tell me who the username is, your YouTube. So like I know in here, I just saw Mike talk. Mike's a member, so Mike can email me and say, hey, this is Mike. Give me your address, and I'm mailing you guys, whoever's a member, I'm mailing you one of these boxes to try out. And in return, I don't want to say in return like you owe me, because these are for members. You're already paying me $5. So your $5 this month got you some free fish food. I want you to use it and use the whole box. Don't like use one tab, but I want you to respond with what do you actually think. Don't think of what you heard online or you read on a forum, you saw somewhere. I want honest opinions. Is it really that bad of a food? Because this stuff was a hot seller, and then as soon as it switched to the nature, these stopped selling. So that's why you don't see me with 100 packs of them anymore, 265 packs, because I know they weren't going to sell. So I bought a case. I have a case here for members. And before you guys think like, oh, you're leaving me out. If you want to, here's where I say this is going to be the ad. If you want to sign up to be a member, it's $4.99. Somebody just signed up to be a member. Thank you. I will still mail these out. So I'm going to wait let's wait like a week. I'll give it like a week, and then I'll get everybody's mailing orders. Sign up. You spend your $5. I'm mailing you tabs. I only got a few of these spirulinas because I want to test these on my shrimp tanks. So I'm not sending the spirulina. I'm sending, where'd it go? The regular ONIP tabs. I'm paying for it. I'm paying for the product, and I'm paying for the shipping. Just be a member if you can be a member for a month. You can sign up for $4.99, and they cancel at the end of the month, and you'll never have to pay me again, and you got some free food, right? But in return, I just want to know what you guys actually think about this. Is it, let me know, like, hey, I used it on a guppy tank, and I thought it was pretty cool watching them. Or I used it on my red-tailed catfish, and they swallowed it so quickly, I don't know. Whatever it is, let me, give me some feedback. And Mike, you don't need to email me. I'm sure I'll see you, and I'll just give you a box for you to try. Metalhead Prime, you said you want to buy some plecos from me, so I'll give you a box with those plecos. And whoever else is watching, and any new members that come after this, let me know, and send me an email. The email, is sales@614fish.com. Give me your username and your address. I kind of wish that I could see. Maybe is that stalking? I was gonna say, it'd be cool if I could see your address through like the membership tab. Not that you guys could see others, but like me being the channel person, because then I could send out like freebies without having to ask you for your address. So it'd be like a surprise, right? But yeah. Matt F. Gee, all right, dude, you're gonna make me send you more fish now because you're making me feel bad. Matt F with the $20 super chat. Coffee fun. Listen, I appreciate your extra touches. All my orders have all my orders have been heat sealed like that from you. Everything is always dry, and I love it. I mean, that's the goal, is to have a really good experience, because then you order again. And repeat customers is where, to be honest, is where I make my money on the website. So um, typically, I can tell you that almost all orders are like $51 and less. So either people buy like a few things, or they buy like $40 and then they realize they get the free shipping. So if you spend $40, just spend $50 because you get $10 off on shipping. So if you spend 50, it's really like you're only spending 40, right? It makes sense in my head. If you're spending 40, you're spending $10 on shipping, and it ends up being 50. Just spend 50 and you get the free shipping. So a lot of people buy like 40 something dollars, and then they add maybe like something really small to get that free shipping, which is what I do. I do that on everybody's website. I hate paying for shipping. I hate paying for shipping. The only thing I don't care about paying shipping on is for fish, because I know that costs money, the supplies, all that stuff. But when it comes to free shipping, I'm a sucker. When it says spend this much, you get free shipping, heck yeah, I don't want to pay shipping. Let me spend $199 to get that free shipping. But yeah. So the heat seal. I tried the dance fish method back in March, March, where he did like the one fish in like the small bags and they're heat sealed, and I had a really bad experience. I had this customer. Luckily, the customer was super nice. In Virginia, he bought fish. The bags were leaking. I think the fish, like, maybe the first order the fish died, and then like the second order they made it, but the bags were leaking real bad. And he was nice enough and placed like a third order later, but he was giving me feedback on the shipping. Um, it turned out that I had the heat sealer settings wrong. Um, so I had the sucker cranked up because I think I was having issues with the bags leaking. So then I cranked it up to really make sure I was melting the plastic right. Well, it turns out when I was doing the angle melts, the angle seals, having it too hot was melting the plastic really thin in the corner, and then like during shipping it would blow out that corner and they would leak. So I tried that method, and then I tried a bunch of different things. I do use pure oxygen for shipping, um, and that was a big difference on having pure oxygen. And then I just found with like usually it's bigger volumes of water and more air, like more success. Other than that Serpe Tetra order, which had me bummed because I didn't have that. I sent them all my Serpe Tetras, so I couldn't even resend. Like, hey, like I'll resend you some. Like I don't have any. I gave you all the extras I had because I don't want them anymore. Like I'm trying to downgrade all the tanks because I want to get bigger tanks. And I was like, I don't have any extras to send you, so I have to refund you. Like, I wish I could just resend the ones, but I think, I try to think what I did wrong, and the only thing I can think of is I put too many fish in the bag. I didn't split them up enough. I think it was maybe like 6 in one bag and 5 or 6, or maybe it was 7 in a bag. I'm guessing one fish died, and that wiped the bag. So the rainbow fish order, and I forget it was my last order to go out this week before I stopped shipping fish. He ordered like 4 different rainbows. I shipped each rainbow in its own bag, and it was a big bag. Like I was like, I'm not taking chances because I didn't have any more. He bought the Alanai Wapoga rainbows. I'm like, these are the last of them. I don't have any more, so I can't replace them. So I shipped each fish in its own bag, and they're small. I could put them like the 3 in one bag, but I shipped each fish in its own bag. He ordered some plecos. I shipped plecos. I always ship separately because they have spikes and they can stab each other. I don't want that happening, so they got shipped separate. Unless they're really small plecos, then and if it's a big enough bag, then they'll be fine because that's how they come from wholesalers. But I don't know. I just feel like if I ship them in separate bags, that way if something freak happens and one fish dies, it doesn't wipe the whole bag out. And then they got some albino quarries. And honestly, I think they got 2 albino cords. I can't remember if I bagged the 2 together, if I bagged them separate. I feel like I even bagged those maybe separately. And then plants. They ordered plants, and I put the plants in there. But getting sidetracked again, aren't I, guys? But Matt, thank you so much. You've been killing that super chat game tonight. I just got a text message from Josh Price. Oh man, I don't know, Josh Price, you know, OFR. I don't know if you're watching this, but man, that is tempting. What sucks, Josh? I don't know if you're watching, but I'm off. Not Thursday, Friday, but I'm off the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. Let me scroll. I don't know where I'm at, but I just read I Hate Stupid People said, he likes to ramble, but it's so fun listening to him. I have learned a lot about selling side of the hobby from all of his ramblings. I know you're talking about me because I do ramble a lot. I have like ADD like crazy. I see something, I hear something, I'm out. Tiffany says, I recommend against cutting a hole in your wall for the new awesome tank unless you're going to stay in the house 2+ years. Just my opinion. So I don't know how long I'm going to be here. The plan was I was going to move, but either way, Tiffany, if I go to sell this house, the tank will not be in the wall. That would be like, all right, I want to sell my house and needs to go on the market. The tank's got to come out of the wall. I need to repair the wall and repaint the whole house needs repainted at that point. So yeah, like it's not. I don't think it's going to be like a permanent thingy. Okay, scrolling. Okay, shipped. There we go. Another super chat. Can I just call you Do? Because my brain's not getting the first name. But Mr. or Mrs. Do says shipping costs. Wish you were still shipping fish. So I'm doing local pickups, and then if I can get some heat packs, I did find a source. I did say I found the source earlier that's super expensive. I found another one. It said contact us for information, but it didn't list like if it was in stock or out of stock. So I emailed them, hoping they have some heat packs. If I can at least get some heat packs, I've been using UPS for shipping big fish orders like all year long. Have had really good success. I've only had one UPS order get delayed, and it was to Zen Ginger, who's one of my mods. Luckily, all the fish made it to her okay, but I've only had one package delayed. I don't even know why that was, but unfortunately, things happen. But right now, it's just with holiday, I'm really hesitant to ship fish. Mike said that's why I don't want to ship fish. Matt F now is a member. Matt, I'm interested to see how your fish do with the O-Note tabs. So, I wonder if I can. I'm gonna just have you email me. It's because I can pull your address off of my shipping list. But I'd rather have everybody email me, because then I'll have your email address on file, or not on file, but I'll have it in my inbox. So that way we can kind of like communicate back and forth, like, because I want to know what's your actual opinion. Because so many people say I don't want these, but for the people that say I don't want these, have you ever used the new version? That's what I'm getting at. Have you used the new version? I haven't yet, but let's do it. Let's see how the rainbows. So you open the box. It's an unboxing, guys. I'm sure these are instructions. Don't need that. Get 3. These are called blister packs, if you didn't know. So they come sealed, individual. So this is the 24 packs come sealed. The 100 packs, which this is the OG Spirulina, they're just bulk. only the bliss. I feel like this is such a waste. Like, it's cool and smart because it's sealing the freshness, but just pop one out, and I broke it in half. Hang on. Well, since I broke it in half, I'm just going to toss them in. Let me not get all forceful with that one. Okay, so here's an O-nip tab. And this is, I use the other ones. All you do, let me get you guys up close. Hopefully I haven't lost you yet. Are we back? Are we good? Okay, we're good. I hit the power button on my phone. Okay, so O-nip tab. I'm gonna flip you guys around. So all you do is, if you never use this, is you just push it in against the glass. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think I pushed it hard enough. Dang it. Let me get another one. Uh-oh, now I gotta do this one-handed. Okay. Push it. I've never done this. Maybe it's different on acrylic. I wouldn't think so. All right, there we go. You guys can see it starts like spitting off pieces. Now this is awesome in nano fish tanks or guppy tanks. They will like, sorry, I'm sitting down so I can try to steady this camera. Yeah, you can see it. See how the little pieces are coming off? Guppies go nuts for this. Cardinal tetras, neon tetras, basically tetras, because I was about to just start naming off like glow light tetras. These rainbows, these are big dudes. Like, they might not look very big. They're pretty big. They probably don't want these little pieces, which, all right. Hang on. We're going to do a different test. This is not the fish tank to do this test. All right, we're going out to the fish room, guys. We're going on a field trip to the fish room. Field trip. It's been a good live stream, I feel like. When I talk a lot, when I ramble, as I think it was I Hate Stupid People said, it makes my night go super fast. And this is without caffeine. Oh, that sucks. The lights are off. All right, we're going to go to a high tank. Guppies, right? Ooh, Vienna guppy tank? All right, let's see if I can do this without messing up. So you just push it on, it just somehow sticks. There you go. It's starting to, all right, I'm going to try to focus this. My hand's all wet, so it's kind of hard. But if you want to get photography of your fish or video, these are really great for that because look, they're all coming to the front of the tank. They're all nibbling on it. But what's cool is you got shrimp. So I use this on shrimp tanks. Even if you don't have fish, put it up top. Put the O-nip tab all the way up top. And that's where the spirulina ones are good. Because as they disintegrate down, they kind of like waft out into the tank. And those little particles of food get all over, and that's what the shrimp like. But this is what's fun about this fish food, is that it brings all the fish up front, and they just want to pick at it. I don't know, guys. I think if you have like an active tank, like a guppy tank, I think this natural or nature, they call it nature ones. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. In this tank, there's a glow light. There's a harlequin, but this tank had harlequin rasboras in it. It's labeled, but I just saw a glow light right there. That's a glow light tetra. Which he must have came into harlequins because I do have glow lights. That's this thing, but obviously he didn't jump upwards, so he came in with the harlequins. But This is my glow light tank. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I brought him out. Say, let's see. Let's pop a tab off. GRB's here. Hey, GRB. Now these guys, we'll see if they come up front. Sometimes they like to hide in the back. We'll go back up to here until the glow lights figure out what's going on with it. I don't know, guys. If I'm being honest, it really doesn't seem that much of a difference from the old tabs. Like, I thought it, to be honest, I thought it'd be like disintegrated by now. I don't know. That's why I'm doing this. If you become a member, even if it's just for this month, you can sign up for 1 month and then cancel on me. Not a big deal. I don't hate you if you do. I'm sending these ONIP tabs out to members for your honest, literally honest opinion on them. I'm going to put one in this tank. I hate stupid people. Thank you for saying that. Von Yenzer, send me an email with your YouTube name and address. Obviously, I know Von Yenzer, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people with, Von Yenzer is not your real name. But send me your address, and I will probably in about a week to let this video kind of circulate and let the memberships roll in. I will mail these out to people. I mean, to be honest, guys, I'm kind of upset with myself for not using these sooner. They seem to be exactly like the old ones. And all I've read about on Facebook groups is how these things suck. And I think it's just people, it's like hearsay. Like, they heard it sucked, so they just say it sucks. So this guy, where'd he go? This guy right here, he's not supposed to be in there. I think it's like a leopard Danio. I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys can see what it is. These are glow light. It's supposed to be glow light only in this tank. There is a Harlequin. I just saw a Harlequin in there. Where'd he go? Over there's a Harlequin. But, well, that guy just, like, took a big chunk out. I think if you have a bunch of active small fish like this, it's fine. I mean, look at these guppies. They are still working on it. I thought for sure they'd destroy it. Same thing with these guys. Alright, that guppy tank, you know they want some. Dude, we're popping these tonight. I'm about to say popping peas, but that probably get flagged. Oh man, I was too rough. I broke it in half. Let's see if I can put just a half on there. Nope. Oh my gosh, get out of my fingers. They're swimming into my hand. The half doesn't want to stick. Alright, so there's a thing. Now, I broke 2 of those. I don't know if that's a sign of the new version, or if that's just me trying to pop these out one-handed. So maybe be careful. Let's try. There we go. There's one of the males I need to get out that I want to selectively breed. Right there. So that's not the stunner. There's a stunner in here. He was like that male, but he's got this bright blue, kind of like that. But yeah. I just saw, there's a Harlequin in here. They're just in every tank. But yeah, so these ONIPs are holding up pretty good to me. Oh, hands in the way, hang on. Hands are full, hands are full. Let's go back to the office. So I don't know, guys. Maybe the proof's in the pudding. Is that the analogy? I don't know. But that's members, current members, new members. Email me, sales@614fish.com, your YouTube name, and your mailing address so I can mail you a pack of these donut tabs. Let me know what you think, and what I basically want to do is see what you guys think. If you guys agree, and I know you're getting it for free. Do not blow smoke up my butt because I'm giving you a free product to test. Give me your real opinion. If the product sucks, let me know. Because what I want to do is like, hey, I sent out 24 of these to Mr. Melhead. He used 24 of them over 3 days or a week or a month. And here's what he said. Broke a lot of them in half. But if you don't break them in half, they work awesome. Or I broke them all, so that sucked. They worked awesome. Or they didn't break and they sucked. I don't know. Just give me, like, I need some feedback. Because it starts here. It starts with trying a product. Just because I made a mistake of not listening. I haven't used these tabs. I still have the big pack, and I can show you, but I haven't used them on tanks because I'm saving them for my axolotls. Because I thought these things were supposed to be really crappy. Turns out they might not be. They might actually be okay. So I love to get you guys' opinions, and I feel like it's a way to give back to the members. So for $5, you get over $5. It's the cheapest. I can tell you right now. Swear to whoever, the cheapest I can ship anything is $3.10 using my commercial account. I don't have an above mailer, and that's if you're in my, because like the United States is set up by like regions for shipping. If you're in my local region, it's like $3.10. $3.10. Cheapest I can pay to ship. That doesn't count me buying the bubble mailer, paying for the stacks of labels. That's what these are. Those are shipping labels. The postage is $3.10. The product might be $6. You guys are, it's a deal. I'm selling you on the membership. It's a deal. Even if you don't, no long-term commitments. Cancel at any time. In the cell phone carrier voice. Von Yinzer, ADD is like, oh, hey, I'm going to focus on this thing, and then bam, squirrel! Something shiny, look at that neat thing. What was I doing? Yeah. You can't say squirrel. Well, squirrel's a drinking word, Haley. If you're watching this, if you're still here, you gotta drink. Squirrel. I hate stupid people in chat earlier. Xana Doodoo. Oh, I got you. Xana Doodoo. Okay. Xana Doodoo, thank you so much for the super chat and becoming a member. Make sure you email me your address. Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. What are we talking about Hot Wheels now? Do I have Hot Wheels? Hot Wheels. You guys trying to get me a squirrel? Alright, I just saw LRB went live. I'm just trying to scroll to the bottom. Tiffany White just said LRB went live. Guys, thanks so much for... This was... Oh, wait, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Let me get through my list. You got me on my list. Alright, so we talked about not shipping fish. I'm doing local pickup. It's a 200-gallon cube. I'm probably getting another fish tank from Ohio Fish Rescue. Another one. It's bigger than this 200-gallon cube. Stay tuned for that. I have to work out final details, but it's bigger. It's not much bigger. Don't get me wrong. But I'm looking at getting another big tank. Memberships, I talked about that, so we're moving along. I'm talking about re-releasing older videos. So I have old videos on my channel from when I was like nobody. And I get questions here and there about some stuff that I've already done. So I'm thinking about re-releasing the videos because now, these videos have maybe like 50 views on them or 100 views. Where I dropped a video yesterday and it's got like 1.6 thousand views. So I want to like repost it somehow, so that way people see it in their feed, to go over some stuff. And I think the first one I'm going to do is my first fish room build video, where this all started. So look forward. If you already seen those videos, thank you for watching them. But being that it's only like 100 something views out of a couple thousand subs, you might not have seen it. And I think that's the best way to show you guys how I started all this craziness, is wherever that started from. So I mentioned that. The biggest thing, which kind of is crappy now because I'm losing all the people, we're going to talk about this really quick. I'm starting a second YouTube channel. You know, this summer I was doing the horse thing and using heavy equipment and all that stuff. I'm still doing that stuff. I just don't post it to this channel because I got some feedback that people were like, "Hey, this is an aquatics channel. Why are you posting this?" I got a ton of positive feedback from a lot of you guys, the ones that are specifically in this chat right now, about you guys like watching no matter what I do, because you like not only aquatic stuff but like other stuff in general. Well, I'm starting a second channel, and it's going to be about basically like fixing things and whatever I'm doing now that's not fish related. So let's say I do perfect example, one of my floodlight cameras for my security system, the camera has like a color issue. Well, they sent me a new replacement. So I'm going to record how to install a security camera. It's not fish related. It's going to go on the second channel. But because that's something I love, and I love to do mechanical stuff. So that'll be on the second channel. The other, I put some other things. So when I'm on the farm and like say I got work on the tractor, I want to record like, how do you do this to such and such tractor? So that way other people get some education, maybe some entertainment, car maintenance, something I take for granted, like I rotated the tires on my truck. There's a lot of people that don't know how to rotate tires. Let me record that and put that out there. So if somebody wants to learn how to rotate tires on their car, they know how to rotate. And really just things in general that I take for granted that people might not know how to do. They might not know how to do an oil change on their car, or install a ceiling fan, something like that. So that's what the second channel is going to be about. I will probably do like an off Friday live stream to talk more about that once I get some content on it. And if you guys are interested in that kind of videos, I would ask you if you wouldn't mind subscribing to that channel once I get it going. Not yet. I need to get some content up and going for it. But that second channel is going to be the non-fish related stuff. And it's going to be like hands-on mechanical stuff. Building, fixing, things like that. Anyways, guys. Oh, and plasma cutter. I got a plasma cutter that was donated to me so I could build fish tank stands. I want to restore this thing. It's an old school plasma cutter. It's dirty. I want to restore this thing. It supposedly works, but it needs updated because the stuff that's on it, like the cutting torch, they don't make it anymore. It's really expensive to try to find stuff. I need to upgrade it to like a newer version. So that'll be a video on that channel of how to restore and upgrade a plasma cutter. But it might be something fun to watch. And I'm going to try to get more technical with the videoing aspect of it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for the Super Chats tonight and the new members. And don't forget to email me your address, and I will mail out some Obnet tabs. But thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And I will see you next Friday for a live stream. And I gotta stop. I saw something about Star Wars. The Star Wars tank is planted. That's it, really. It's got manzanita wood in it, the Star Wars bunkers in it, and it's planted. There's no fish in it yet. There's actually no light on it yet. It just has Anubias in it and some moss. But I'm just trying to let that moss grab a hold of the wood. So the tank's mostly planted. I want to put some crypts in it. Anyways, I'll kind of leave that there, and I'll do a video on that once it's fully planted. I got good lighting on it because it's hard to see everything with no light. Thank you guys so much. Please have a safe and fun weekend. I'll see you next Friday. Oh yeah, I was about to click on the computer and this. I got to end it from the phone. Thank you guys so much. I'll see ya. Maybe. Maybe. Squirrel!